There's no makeup, there's no heels, there's nothing, but it's fucking riveting to watch. Drag is like, drag is so many things, and it goes in all sorts of directions, and gender and drag, there's some sort of gender performance. I don't care what your bits are, as long as you're performing, that's what I want to see. Let's continue on. Oh, we're already in the show. Is she ready? Is it her turn? She ready? Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. One more time. Please make some noise.
How can I deconstruct the social norms of gender? So for me, a lot of people are like, oh, drag is making fun of gender. And I don't like that. I don't like that it's making fun of gender, because for me it's not. For me, it's social commentary on gender. It's a new way to interpret gender. It's a new way to say, hey, y'all think I'm a man. Look, sometimes I'm a clownish, weird, campy, sometimes bitchy woman. Note the inflection. With drag, people try and say that there's rules, and they try and impress those upon like newer queens like myself.
That's true.
But there aren't actually any rules because there ain't no book for it. There ain't nothing.
Yeah, it's
So
just fun.
like, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Growing up, it was just like kids and grown-ups, you know, it wasn't like men and women. That's what it was. I hate that people have to see people as a gender, you know. To me, I think we're humans first.
I personally believe that everyone has the two energies of masculine and feminine inside them. Cohabitating, hanging out, being pally-wals. And that creates some glitter drop downs, not that bad. That creates a human.
Do you want me to go higher? Or do you went higher?
You want to go a little bit higher.
Okay.
You want to get a little bit more dramatic. Like,
Okay.
look.
Oh, okay. It's just hard to see you because you're facing that way. Cool. I like it.
See also how it rounds up and then kind of swoops down a little bit and then wings?
Yeah.
It's like think of it as like a dramatic flourish.
Come and twirl, bitch! Twirl, 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 twirl! Fucking doesn't want to fucking twirl with me. Beyond like the queer community getting their back up about like women doing drag, I get my back up when the queer community is like, straight people can't do drag, and I was like, really? So somehow we invented gender performance? Somehow we own that? Like, according to whom? And like drag has existed through time. Like soldiers in the First World War who were not gay identified were doing drag all the time to entertain the troops. So like, let's all get off our high horse.
Because I am like a white, straight, cis girl, you know, it's eggshells with certain people. But it just comes down to it being art. I don't know, I think I was just a fan for a really long time. And as I studied directing, so I found myself watching drag and wanting to direct it. And be like, this could be bigger, this could be better, this could be more in depth of your character.
Everybody Googles each other. Everybody does their Facebook research. It's how we get to know one another to make sure that you're not in porn.
On my way to this show tonight, at the corner of Butte and Davie, two, like, frankly, a little, like, menacing, little sketchy straight dudes were coming towards me, and they saw me in my finery, and they were like, "You are fucking disgusting, kill yourself." And I was like, "Bitch, go back to Granville Street. Like, this is our fucking corner. This is our one tiny postage stamp. Leave it alone." So, if you are just joining us once again, we are raising money here at Queen Eggs and Ham for a loving spoonful. So just by being here, ordering food, ordering bottomless mimosas, you are already supporting.
People are fascinated by our relationship because we've been together 11 years. Neither of us were drag queens when we got together. But people are like, oh, so like, well, you like lucky you guys because I'll be single forever because I'm a drag queen. Because a lot of people like that is a reality. People will like be dating someone and they find out they're a drag queen and they're like, I'm out. And I'm like, that's interesting. Again, it's like the base root of misogyny. It's like, oh, you're doing something like uber feminine. That's more than I can handle. Like,
patriarchy is insidious and it gets into all of us regardless of our sexuality, right? Like it has nothing to do with who you're fucking. It's the world that we've grown up in. And so all of a sudden, like, you're trying to necessarily, or this person is trying to necessarily not take on any of the femininity because we already know that that's bad. And if they're gay, well then they can mitigate that. They can be the butchest gay men they possibly can be and hunt for the butchest gay men because then it's not as, I don't know, crippling in bed, that like post-coital, like, oh my god, what have I done kind of thing.
There's nobody on the planet. My options will never ever run out. I'm so happy. Aren't you happy? I'm so happy. You can't love someone else. Do you love yourself? You can't love someone else. Do you love yourself? You can't love someone else.
I even notice it myself when I'm meeting new people, like, do I tell them I'm a drag queen? Like, will that change the dynamic of this conversation? It's fascinating. It's fascinating how even like, even my own, I have to sort of constantly be like, well, no, stick to your actual beliefs, Dave. Like, it's irrelevant. Who cares if they don't care, if they have an issue with you being a drag queen? Like, that's your reality.
That's their shit.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
So.
Gender expression, I feel, is very underutilized. Because a lot of people feel they have to act a certain way in order to be loved, which is sad. As soon as I started doing drag, my mom was like, does this mean that you want to be a woman? And I was like, no, Mom. It's theatrical for me. So what it's done is it's made my mom consider that there's more out there, which is so wonderful. Gender expression sort of helps me come to terms with my whole being. And I think that's what drag does for a lot of people, is it helps you understand your whole being. Not only that, but when you do drag and you have your own persona, you've created it yourself. So you can be anything that you want to be. You know?
To the point, I don't pop my cork for everywhere.